What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today we have a very exciting release here in the review box. We have the Cadillac V-Series R from MiniGT. These three decos that I have are the IMSA decos. So let's take a closer look at these and see if they are worth adding to your collections. Now, let's take a closer look at these and start with our casting here. Good news is that, as expected, all of our proportions are pretty excellent. Like, nothing to really complain about, proportionally speaking. Looks great. And we'll pop the real-life car there for a little bit of comparison shots for you. Now, what are we going to see when we break the casting down? We're going to see that, basically, we're dealing with a whole lot of metal here. All these kind of, like, extra winglets or whatever you want to call these. These are metal, which is really cool to see. These ones back here feel like they could be plastic, but I don't know. They really, I don't see how they could be. Maybe they're just glued on there. Anywho, though, making our way back up front here, this is all one solid piece of metal. Our dive planes down here, these are going to be plastic. Our wing is going to be plastic, and then our shark fin is going to be plastic. But just about everything else, the skirt, the base, all this is going to be metal, and it's going to be just looking great, casted in excellently. Holes right here for the tire wells, whatever you want to call them. Mirrors are casted in. No, not casted in, sorry. They're little rubber mirrors. The roof section, this is plastic as well. That's been decoed over. So it does look pretty good and pretty solid. Yeah, all this textured in, casted, looking amazing. Little tow hook back there. Not really any complaints from me as far as the casting goes. So for our paint and deco, these three liveries that you see here are the IMSA liveries, which just means that basically these are the ones that ran in the 2023 Daytona 24-hour race, which is cool. This one, I believe, only did the endurance races, the 02. The 1 and the 31 were kind of the full-time entries. There are the WEC entries for all three versions. So there's a WEC version of this, which just has like different number plates and such. Again, different number plates on the 02, and then different number plates on the Le Mans version of the 31. So there are the WEC versions if you prefer the WEC versions. I live in the US and I get to watch the IMSA races a whole lot easier than I can watch a WEC race. So that's why I went with the WEC or with the IMSA liveries. But basically, when you break these models down, they are perfect little representations, one-to-one, I would say, of the real-life decos. So absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love to see that. These are like perfect little models when it comes down to replicating the liveries of the real cars. Moving into our details, when we start up front here, we will be treated with nice plastic headlight inserts, which look really good, and a big bold Cadillac logo here. Some little ventilations there. And then this beautiful look right there with the nice, I don't know, airflow channel, whatever you want to call it. Making your way down the sides here, accurate wheels with accurate tire printing. Looking phenomenal. Making our way down the side here, not much more to talk about that we haven't mentioned already. When we get to the rear here, you will see the little tail light strips done nice. A tow hook there. Just overall, very, very nice. Perhaps not as much detailing as you would typically see on like a street car, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected when the livery and casting are so well done to replicate the actual race car. Moving into our roll test, I am happy to report that they all roll very, very nicely and very, very smoothly, as you have come to expect from MiniGT at this point. When you put them on the scale, they're going to end up being about 55.85 grams. So they have some very, very nice weight to them as well, which is always a cool thing to see. Pros and cons, getting started with our pros. The biggest pro is that this is the first V-Series R to be done in the 1/64 scale space. So that is always a huge pro. Hot Wheels did do the like predecessor to this, the concept, I guess you could call it, the Project GTP HyperCar, something like that. But this is the first true V-Series R. The other big pro is the livery replication is essentially perfect. I think they've got every little sponsor, every driver name. Like, it is just a chef's kiss of perfection in the livery departments. For our cons, though, no model is absolutely perfect. Everything has to have a con, right? Nope, you're wrong. This is very, very nice. For the $15 price point, I really can't pinpoint anything that I would consider to be a con, in all honesty. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it with some racing Cadillacs from Hot Wheels. with the Cadillac Project GTP HyperCar and the Cadillac ATS VR. And here we have it with some other top-tier racing cars with the Mazda 787B from BM Creations and the Acura ARX 06, which was recently reviewed from MiniGT. Now let's find an overall score here. The hype level, I'm going to give it a 9.6 out of 10. These did sell pretty quickly, but I think they are all still available at least close to the MSRP-ish. So 9.6 there. Execution, I'm going to give it a 9.9 out of 10. There is one teeny tiny little section I could improve on, but that's about it. So with that, it's going to be a 9.9. Feedback, I'm going to give it a 9.75 out of 10. I have not seen nearly as many QC issues with this release as I have with the Acura, but I have seen a couple people tell me that their shark fins were bent or something along those lines, that I'm going to bring that feedback score down just a touch to 9.75. When we take these three scores and we average them out, we will find that our overall score is going to be a 9.75 out of 10, which is a very, very nice score for an extremely well done model. This thing is basically perfect, all things considered. When you take in the $15 price point, I don't think there's anything to complain about, in all honesty. Like, this thing was fantastic. It is done absolutely phenomenal, and they have done every livery for the 2023 year. I think we should get some 2023 or 2024 liveries coming out here pretty soon. Some 2025 liveries down the road for sure. I don't know. The 2024 liveries don't have a ton of difference, so maybe we won't see those. Anyhow, though, this thing is extremely well done. If you are a fan of racing, I think that you will definitely feel as though you've missed out if you don't pick these up. WEC, IMSA, whatever your cup of tea is, these are fantastic. Even if you're just a general fan of cars, not something you want to miss out on. You're never going to get this level of detail from the Hot Wheels Premium if they even make their Project GTP car, which again, slightly different car. Even if they make that one full premium, you're not going to get the same level of detail on the livery that you're getting here. And with that, guys, that is all I have for this review. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and make sure to leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model down below, and I will see you in the next video.